episode 118. Are these comics going to make good film and television shows? We have Batman and Robin. We have Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, which is a very long name. And we have Oz, the Fall of Emerald City. Let's check them out right now. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Frank Zanca, an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. Got back from LA about 10 days ago now, hoping that I can get something else lined up in July. I have a couple of options here, and I have one of my own screenplays I'm going to be working on as well. People have asked me if I was going to redo my my filmmaking course. I did like a 2-day course. I'm going to lower it down to 1 day and make it kind of affordable. So if you guys are interested in learning how to write to a certain budget and how to budget and how to schedule and that kind of thing, and hear some war stories over my 18 years of being in the business, I let me know and I'll schedule another course. All right. In the meantime, also remember to give me that like and a subscribe. I am trying to grow the channel out so I can do this, while I'm not on gigs. Also, I am a board game designer. We did a card game. This is an original piece. It's Mythlords Classic Monsters with the art by a comic artist who's done plenty of covers from everything from Spawn to Vampirella to Power Rangers. He just did Kneel Before Zod a few months ago. Stuff like that. Mark Spears, he did a whole bunch of monster art, and he and I together created this game. And we're in our final week of crowdfunding with it on BackerKit. The description below has the link to it, so definitely jump into that. And we are fully funded, so we're unlocking free stuff right now, so it's the perfect time to get in. All right, so let's jump into Batman and Robin. This is issue number 10, and thank goodness this is wrapping up this very long and convoluted run by Joshua Williamson about Man-Bat. I'm really tired of Simone DeMayo's artwork, very anime-looking artwork, and we constantly have books now that have two artists in them. But anyway, I like his relationship with, I keep wanting to say Livewire, but it's not. I'll think of it. But his girlfriend, Damian's girlfriend now. And on top of that, we have Batman involved with Man-Bat. We have a character named Shush, who's a female version of Hush. Why? No clue. And then on top of that, Damian went to high school, which I like that part. But he ends up finding that the principal there was a person that was trained to him and may have a grudge against him because, I guess her mother, Talia al Ghul, ended up treating this woman poorly, etc. So we start out, and you could see that we have this very wash type of coloring where we have very little color, and the artwork is very plain as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I give it that kind of an anime type of. It's Flatline. Flatline is the name of the girlfriend. So anyway, we continue with this, and in the last episode or last issue, I thought that Batman was captured by Man-Bat, and Flatline and Robin were dealing with the stuff that was in the school. However, they're together now. So it's like we jumped somewhere. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, Man-Bat's supposed to be putting something out into Gotham, some kind of a gas or whatever. But now the artwork completely changes. And that's in that purple with the cat on there. That's Shush, and she's like, "Oh, you need to take this to Batman so that he can deal with Man-Bat." So basically, he gives her the vial, or she gives Livewire the Livewire. See, I did it again. Flatline the vial to take care of it all. So Batman isn't even figuring this out. This is something like just being handed to him. So it's just like, and I thought that Batman controlled bats to a certain. He had a sonic thing. They even did that in the movies. But yet here he is being attacked by bats. I know that they put something in him long ago that the bats attacked him, but I thought that was all gone. And I don't know. I mean, I'm very confused by this. And now, see, the artwork literally in the middle of the book changes. Batman looks different. Man-Bat looks completely different. And Robin literally throws him the gun that has the vial in it. And he says, it's not a bullet. Go ahead and shoot it. And so Batman is literally handed the weapon to defeat the bad guy. He doesn't do anything himself. And Langstrom changes back. And that's the end of that. After all these issues, literally he's like, here's a gun that'll fix everything. What? And then we wrap this up very quickly that yes, the principal was the trainer. It's just, I don't know why this even exists. Why did we just go through 10 episodes or 10 issues of this, and now we have Flatline leaving? Why is he having her leave when she was a big proponent of this book? I would have her kept around for a while, especially when she's not even done, because she's talking to Ra's al Ghul, who's dead. She's talking to his ghost. And, there's some other nefarious stuff going on with that, but we don't ever find out what. And then they decide to have dinner on the roof. And when has Damian been vegan? Where did that come from? But anyway, then we have I don't even understand this. I guess I haven't been tracking Damian as much, because we have this big monster that comes up, and there's this, I mean, look at that, very anime with the Robin right there. Look at the eyes. But anyway, this other girl pops up, and she basically gives them their next mission, which is Bane on an island, on Dinosaur Island. I don't know, man. It was a letdown for an ending for 10 issues. Woo! That was a letdown, man. The Man-Bat stuff could have been really great. Instead, it was just nothing. So you're going to get Damian and Batman anyway in the next movie from James Gunn. I guess I don't know how they're going to just jump over other Robins to do that. Doesn't really make any sense, and the storyline is going to really have to push to do that. Anyway, this make a good film and television show? No, this storyline has turned into complete garbage. Just nothing. All right, so let's move on to Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. So I missed this last week, but people had said it was good, and there was some history involved, and I love history. So this is by Jerry Duggan, who's hit and miss for me. I wanted to do some research on but I didn't get a chance, on this church that's supposedly in California, because I never have seen it. But if that's the case and it's still around, I'd like to check it out. But anyway, so we start out in like the Old West in the 1800s, and this guy has bodyguards, and you can see that it gets gross. And so he's got somebody after him that he's got a bounty on, and all the bodyguards get killed. And he's like, I'll offer you any kind of money, whatever else, blah, blah, blah. And he shoots him anyway and kills him, except there's a guy behind him getting up, and he gets shot. So he still kills the other guy and stomps his head into the ground. And, he leaves, taking water out of the holy water thing. And eventually he ends up sitting on a beach. And this is where it gets all weird. Then we jump to Japan, where we talk about this samurai, and the samurais are all giving up their swords. And because they lost whatever battle, and they're literally giving up all their weapons. And I guess one of the other guys kind of tests her and shoots the guy leaving, and she's about to get shot next. So she grabs her, I forgot what the staff is called, and cuts the guy's hand off with the gun. And the battle basically re-erupts. So the battle continues over here, and the artwork is okay. It's very stylized, and you know how much I like stylized artwork. But yeah, we have head choppings and all this stuff in here. It's really cool. And you're wondering how these two, even though they're happening around the same time in the 1800s, you're wondering how these things are connected. But anyway, she chops off this other guy's head, and she holds it up, etc. But then, I think she gets hurt as well. And the reason I say that, so she's continuing to fight. The fight scenes are actually pretty cool. I kind of like the background there. So, yeah, the stylization is okay. But on top of that, the backgrounds and everything else I like. Although I wish it wasn't as stylized as it is, but I like the imagination of the artist. That's the best way to put it. But anyway, they're both sitting on opposite sides of the world on beaches, dying. And that's why I think it's the path to hell, because they're both dying and they end up going into this another world. I love the colors. The coloring on this is really good. And we get, they're in like a land of corpses when they wake up. And they both wake up and they, start to, she goes to kill him and he's like, whoa, 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 I think we need to help each other. There's a big monster there. So she decides not to kill him, and instead they help each other to defeat this big worm monster. And then this other dude comes out. He goes, oh, yeah, I guess you guys are new here. I have no idea what's going on. I have absolutely no clue. I just assume they both died, and they're like in the other world situation right now. I have no clue. But I'm going to go to the second issue because I kind of know what the hell's going on. Will it make a good film? I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. All right, so let's jump into Oz. This is the second issue. And here we have this character, which I'm not sure if this character was in the original Oz books by Frank Baum. But she is called Polychrome. I don't know. So she's like a witch, but her name is Polychrome, and she's starting to take over Emerald City, and she kind of pushed Dorothy out because Dorothy was a queen at one time, and the one in the white is Glinda. Okay, so there's this thing going on. And the other guy here is the Tin Man. So they all look a little bit, off kilter, but But that's Polychrome there. I kind of like the glowing hair and stuff like that. And that's the Cowardly Lion up top there, so he actually stands erect. So and the White Wolf is Toto, by the way. So we're taking some liberties here. And of course it's Zenoscope, so their female characters have to be scantily clad. But anyway, these zombies now pop up out of the ground. And the wizard, of course, is evil too. But we have all this going on, and Glinda jumps in there to stop some of the bolts from these other magic users. And I guess her friend, which I do not know, but she's a shapeshifter. So we have all this stuff going on where she gets bit by this other zombie, and etc. And then Glinda and Dorothy hug, all that stuff going on. Dorothy ends up stopping them with Glinda's help. But anyway, so Dorothy can use magic, emerald magic. And she has the shield, etc. And we start, that's the Tin Man there. So this whole Polychrome thing. But anyway, they find this other group and they say, hey, we want to fight Polychrome, and they're like, oh, thank God, because we're not with her anyway. And they go up to the top of this pyramid, and this guy who's basically been holding out waiting for them to arrive then dies, but he tells her something, before he dies, and we have this. Basically, she goes through this, or they all go through this the rainbow portal, and because there's that thing, and then now she's already sitting on the throne of Emerald City with the wizard, and I don't like that they made the wizard evil, but there you go. So it's definitely a different take on the Wizard of Oz. I kind of like it, and I kind of don't at the same time. So just to do a recap, I don't know. Will it make a good film or something? I don't know. I'm not sure if I like the changes. I understand they're kind of making it a little bit more, of its own, a bit more comic booky, basically. But I'm not sure if I like all the changes. I think you could have stayed a little bit closer to the thing, to the actual source material. But I like the villain. I don't know. Billing in Love to the Path of Hell, I just don't know because I have no idea what's going on. I just have no clue. And then Batman and Robin, very disappointing ending. Very disappointing ending to this storyline. All right, well, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to give me that thumbs up, give me that like, and give me that subscribe. Bring that bell ding ding if you can, because I am trying to grow the channel out. And remember, too, that we have Mythlords, the card game that Mark Spears, who did a bunch of comic covers. You can definitely look him up. This is definitely not AI work, if anybody's asking about that, where you can play as the classic monsters. So you have Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature from the Deep, Wolfman, etc. And then there's other characters in here as well, where you have the Bride of Frankenstein, the Dracula's brides, you have the Mummy, you have Mr. Hyde, etc. There's just a ton of characters in here, and a ton of weapons that you attach to them, and vehicles, and flaming horses, and all this other stuff. It's really cool stuff. But anyway, so also if you want to get some more stuff on that'll go with the game, we also have an expansion from Wizard of Oz where you could play as Dorothy or the Wicked Witch. There's also like Toto in here. It's a regular dog and not a wolf. The Flying Monkeys, the other witches, the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, Glinda. Everybody's in here. So definitely check this out as well. And the game, again, is not expensive and is not hard to learn. The description below has the link to Backer Kit. Definitely check that out. We are fully funded, so we will definitely be fulfilling it. So don't worry about it, you jumping in there and then you not getting a game, because that's not going to happen. All right, so definitely check that out. There's plenty of videos on there as well. We got a nice promo video. We have how to play videos, all that stuff on there. All right, check out some other videos as well. That'll pop up over here when this ends. And I will see you guys on the next episode. In the meantime, let me know what you guys are collecting. I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.